Hi, I'm Afzal Pasha. I represent Trendz IT as a senior corporate trainer. So my stream is Microsoft.NET technologies like C#, ADO.NET, ASP.NET, LINQ, some other technologies. With this, I am moving into the simple demo on LINQ To SQL. The overview of this video to understand what is LINQ To SQL, the architecture of LINQ To SQL, and then sample demo on LINQ To SQL. Let's start one by one. LINQ To SQL is a component of .NET Framework version 3.5. It provides a runtime infrastructure for managing relational data as objects. In LINQ To SQL, the data model of relational database is mapped to an object model expressed in the programming language of the developer. Let's start, we'll discuss the architecture of LINQ To SQL. When application runs, LINQ To SQL translate the language integrated queries in the object model into SQL queries and send them to the database for execution. When database returns the results, the LINQ To SQL translates them back to the objects that you can work with your own programming language. LINQ To SQL supports transactions, views, store procedures, and user-defined functions. Let's see a simple demo how to use LINQ To SQL in .NET applications. Now I have created an application like web application which contains one web page called details display details.aspx, and this page contains control grid view control. Now I want to use the LINQ To SQL feature in this application. If you want to add a LINQ To SQL classes, so right click on your project name, then add, then new item. Then select your data as a template and then select the feature called LINQ To SQL class. So I am going to rename this file name as my database data classes. So I give the name for this file is my database data classes. Then click on add. Once you add LINQ To SQL classes in your project, it's going to create here two files. The two files like database classes.dbml layout and my database data classes as designer.cs. Now expand the feature of a designer class. What a designer class contains? A designer class has created one more class like here. So my database data classes data context, which contains all the information about your database connections. As of now, there is no database has been mapped to this application, these files. So I'm going to map this database to these files. So click on the my database dbml class and go to your server explorer. Now if you have already connection, expand the connection. If you don't have any connections, then right click on the connection and then add new connections. In this application, I have already connection is open, so I need to open that connection. So that connection contains the database name called my database. My database is a database. It contains the tables like employee details, employee bank details, and employee gender details. So drag and drop this table to the designer of your DBML class, so which you can perform operation. So I'm going to drag and drop employee details, which contains the schema called D is a schema. Drag and drop to the designer. Check. The moment when you drag and drop to the application internet to designer class, it's automatically created in web.config file. In the web.config file, we have one tag called connection string. In the connection string is a created connection. There, what is the server name, what is the database name, what is the username authenticate with. So, connect database, we are connecting. It contains all the information about connection string. Ensure it clear the by default name called my database connection string. Now go to your designer class. Now you can be able to see this database called my database has been mapped to these classes. Now this my database data classes data contains all the information about this database. Now we have drag and drop only one table called employee details, which contains the schema called dealer table. According to this table from the database, it has created one table called AP details. According to the table column of this table database, It has created here all the properties, serial number, employee ID, department, and everything. Now you can able to see it has been encapsulated. Okay, serial name is a column name, and then DB not other identity is generated true, and then go to the other column like your employee ID. It is a var and can be null, false, is primary key, true. According to the columns of the table is has created your properties. It automatically generated from Visual Studio. Now save this file, close all the files. Now I am going to use that classes in my page. Now go to the page, display details of page. So go to the view code. I am directly writing the code in the page load event. When the page loaded, I am directly binding to my grid view control. So I am going to first before this build once so that it can be configure everything, all the classes. Now I am going to create an object of my database, data context class. I give the name called db is equal to new data context. Now my database is context is clear. Now I want to write a query called like simple query like select star from EMP details. Let's see how I'm going to write this query in here LINQ with the help of LINQ. So I have taken where query is equal to, I am writing the keyword call from variable EMP. I have taken the local variable called EMP. In I need to specify object. Where is the object? The DB and then employee details. Now select EMP. Now this I have written a simple LINQ query. Is get the select star from employee details. After getting the query, so I need to bind into my grid view. Bind into grid view. So grid view 1 dot data source is equal to query, and then grid view 1 dot data bind. Okay, so we have done with this coding. Sorry, here some wrong is there. This is not ETM, it's EMP. Save this file. Now we are done with the coding. Let's see what is the output of this code. So debug this page. Otherwise, right click and view in browser. Please wait. Start figuring. Oh, good. Like whatever the data available in the database, you can able to bind it to your gateway control. Good. So in this way, you can use the LINQ To SQL in your applications. With this, I conclude my demo. Thank you.